Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back. I'm so excited to be back with this video today. I took about a week off after Christmas just because I had been posting every day in December and I want to give myself a little vacation, but then right at the end of it, Ruben and I got COVID. So I haven't been able to film and post and stuff like that. So I will go over all of that right at the beginning just because I know a lot of you guys are gonna have a lot of questions about that. So I'll cover that. And then I'm also gonna just hang out with you guys, show you how I got this makeup look and kind of go over some of my New Year's goals and kind of like share where my mindset is at. So I hope you guys enjoy this video and enjoy hanging out with me. Please subscribe and let's get started. Okay. Yesterday I tried to film a video. Well, I didn't even try. I had set out the intention to do it, but I did one load of laundry and that knocked me on my ass. And then I took a really long nap and slept pretty much all day. So I'm feeling good. I told myself I'm just gonna shower and film right away so I don't exhaust my energy somewhere else so I can get out a friggin' video. So let me zoom in just a little bit. Oh, also for today's video, I'm going to be using all Charlotte Tilbury products. This is not sponsored, but I wanted to start doing more one brand tutorials in the new year. And one of the top brands you guys requested to see was Charlotte Tilbury. So I have actually used all of her products in a video before as like a one brand tutorial, but it wasn't a talk through. So yeah, I'm excited to do that today. I saw this picture of Kendall Jenner on Pinterest. And it just kind of, look how gorgeous. I kind of want to do something like that. I'm going to go in with the Airbrush Flawless Foundation in shade number 5. And I'm going to be mixing that with the Charlotte's Magic Cream Light, which is kind of like their Magic Cream Moisturizer. This one that I'm sure all of you guys are familiar with or you've seen. But it's like a daytime lightweight version of it. So I'm going to use the IT Cosmetics number 7 brush. Okay, and the reason why I mixed in the moisturizer is just because that foundation's very, very full coverage, and I just know I'm not really in the mood for that today. Okay, so I've gotten lots of questions on like, how did I get sick, what my symptoms were, all that kind of stuff. So I got it from Ruben. Ruben most likely, I'm guessing, just got it from the store because we don't, like around this time, we weren't around anybody other than his parents. We weren't even around my parents around Christmas because they actually tested positive for COVID right before Christmas. So we haven't seen them in like a month. Yeah, I mean, the only people we were around were his parents and they don't have it. Yeah, like I'm guessing, I think he just got it from the store or something. So his first symptom, he said he noticed he lost his smell and taste. I got my first really bad headache. And at the time I didn't think that it was COVID. I just thought I had a really bad headache. And that day I had McDonald's too. So who knows, it could have been the McDonald's, it could have been COVID, I don't know. But the next couple of days, I was just really, really tired and had a light headache. And now I know that that's what it was. And then my first like major symptom was I got a fever and also a headache and just really tired. So basically those first few days was just a headache and I was really, really tired. And I wasn't like stuffed up or anything. Hold on, let me get my neck. I could smell, I could taste, but Ruben, his only symptoms through all of this was that he lost his smell and taste and was really tired. He said some days he had a light headache, but it was just mainly like the fatigue and he lost his smell and taste. I got the fever and I got some body aches, which it was weird because I didn't think that that was technically body aches. It just kind of, it felt like I had just done like a really big workout. By the way, I know that everybody's experience is totally different, so I'm not saying that this is going to be how it is for everybody. I'm just telling you our story and how it was for us. So today is now a week from the first day I had a fever, but I believe it's like a week and a half since we've had it. Ruben feels really good now. It's just the tiredness. I don't remember if it was Wednesday or Thursday, but I woke up and I lost my smell and taste as well. And that's the day I also woke up really congested. And it's so weird because I've barely had to like blow my nose or anything. I'm just really congested up in my face. It's so bizarre. Like the taste thing, it just like the first 2 days I could tell when something was salty and that was it. Like nothing even tasted bland. It just tasted like nothing. And then I could pick up, like I drink a salty electrolyte drink. I could tell that that it was a salty drink. I just couldn't taste any sweetness in it. After 2 days, I woke up and even the salt was gone. I couldn't even tell when something was salty, and I couldn't even taste anything that was hot. Like, you guys know, if you follow me on Instagram, I love spicy food. I love hot sauce. And I just like dumped hot sauce on all my stuff, and it was like nothing in my mouth. Bizarre. However, I haven't tried anything hot since that day. I think it might have even been the next day I could faintly taste salt again, which I'm very grateful for. So that brings me to my bone broth. So I just decided to take this time to eat extremely healthy, because why not, since I can't taste anything. I only had a fever one day for just a few hours, but it's just the it's the exhaustion that's really gotten both of us. The most annoying thing is the loss of smell and taste, obviously, but the thing that's like just really affected us the most personally is just like being really, really tired. And it's not even just like being tired. It's, I mean, when they say fatigue, that's really what it is. Really quick, I'm gonna go into the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Away Concealer. So I usually don't really like bone broth. I think it tastes nasty, but I know it's so good for you. So I've just been drinking it like crazy, and it's actually been kind of like a little comfort for me, if that makes sense, because it's so salty and it's warm and it just tastes so good. Just a couple days ago, I actually stopped drinking coffee because I can't taste it. And I haven't gotten any headaches from it. I haven't gotten like extra tired from that, other than like my regular fatigue that I've been feeling for almost 2 weeks now. But yeah, I've gotten a lot of like very concerned like DMs on Instagram and stuff, and I'm just here to let you know I'm fine. We're fine. We had a very mild case, thankfully, and thankfully my parents too. They had a very mild case. They're both negative now, and I think my dad goes back to work next week. So an unexpected start to the new year, but I'm gonna try to make it very positive. I'm gonna try to see the positives in this, and that is that I've been eating super healthy, and so my body, like in my body, other than like being tired from being sick and stuff, I feel really good. And it's because I've just been eating so clean and so healthy. So yesterday I randomly decided, after my long ass nap that I took, I decided that I was gonna make a keto carnivore Instagram page. So spur of the moment, I made it. You can check me out at Breedovore, which I thought was kind of a clever name because it's like a twist on ketovore, which is like keto diet with more animal-based food, and my name is Bree, so it all just kind of went together. So yeah, if you want to follow me on there, you can, if you're interested in that kind of thing. I was very shocked at how many of you guys were interested. I was not expecting so many people within that short amount of time to like follow me. I was just like very flattered, so thank you if you followed me or you're checking it out. I just really appreciate it, and I'm excited. I honestly have I've thought about that before, of making another page, but I just was always just kind of like, no, and I don't know what it was about yesterday. I was just like, I'm gonna make it. So here we are. I'm gonna set just with some powders. Oh, I forgot that Charlotte Tilbury has a powder. Whatever, it's over there, and right now I'm not trying to stand up and go and get it because I'll be out of breath. I'm gonna go in with my Makeup Forever powder and just set my under eye area. So happy 2021. I feel like for me, my new year is not gonna start until February 1st. Honestly, that's just kind of like, it's not really where my mindset is, I guess, because I'm already making like healthier changes and stuff and sticking to things. And I just feel like January every year is kind of like a trial run. And I am so happy to say that this year is one of the first years, aside from all of the craziness going on in the world and with me getting sick and all of that, this is the first year that I've actually come into a new year with a very positive outlook on life for myself and not depressed. I always get super depressed in December and especially in January, and I honestly don't even know what it is. I'm not letting things affect me like they normally would. I don't know. I guess I need to think about that more before I even like start talking about it, because I don't even understand it myself, but I'm just in a really good positive place, just trying to see the good in life and trying not to focus on the negatives in life. So that's kind of where I'm at, and so far here we are. What are we, the second week of January, and I'm still feeling really good, which I know that sounds, you're probably like, whatever, that doesn't mean anything, but for me, it's a huge deal, because every year around this time, I'm usually in just like the biggest rut, no motivation, and then any goals I set myself, if I didn't do them right or I wasn't seeing any changes, I'd be down on myself, and I'm out of breath even just saying that. But I'm just like, I'm not there. I'm not in that mind space. I'm just in a positive place, and it feels really good. Okay, for bronzer, I'm gonna go into my favorite, the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush bronzer. I have the shade medium number 2. I have used this like crazy, and I'm gonna use the Charlotte Tilbury bronzer brush. I've really been liking this. So I was going to, after this video, since my makeup's already done and everything, I was gonna film a best of beauty for 2020. I'm just gonna see how I feel once I'm done doing this, because it's the first time I've ever actually like been mobile. Even though all I'm doing is sitting here and talking, I get very winded from talking, so I know I sound like a baby, but I'm just trying not to overdo it. So my dad, when he talked with his doctor, because he's starting to feel good, he's just still kind of tired, she said don't overdo it, because that's what can kind of like bring you back to worse symptoms and actually make it even worse than it was to begin with. So I'm just taking it extra easy. I really want to get that up somewhat soon for you, because I know you guys were really looking forward to that video, and I didn't do one last year, and I think I found quite a lot of new products this year that I liked. Kind of want to talk a little bit about some of my goals for this year. I know a lot of people are kind of like anti-New Year's resolutions, but I just kind of find it to be a time where I don't know, I feel almost this unity that everyone's kind of trying to tackle their goals and stuff. So whether you're into New Year's resolutions or not, it doesn't really matter. If you have goals that you want to achieve, do them now. Even if you're watching this video in June, do them now. And I just feel like right now, so many people see this as a fresh start, and that's why New Year's resolutions are a thing. It's just kind of like a set day every year for everyone to kind of like come together and, I don't know, make healthy changes, and I see nothing wrong with that. Oh dog. Who's knocking on my door? I'm now gonna go into the Filmstar Bronze and Glow palette. This is what this looks like. Here, I'm gonna use the Sculpt side to contour a little bit. But yeah, so I'm excited. I've got a few different ideas for the YouTube channel here. I really want to work a little bit harder on minimalism. So I didn't realize how much of these ideas I've already sort of brought on. I was asking you guys on Instagram if you consider yourself a minimalist, like what are things that like you would recommend? And the majority of them, I would say 99% of them I already do, which made me feel really good, just because I used to live in clutter and I did not like that at all. It was really bad for my mood, and it just really stressed me out, caused more problems, like all this stuff. And I know that sounds dramatic, but I'm being serious. And so little things like if you buy something new, get rid of something that you already own, or just like always kind of going through your clothes and getting rid of stuff that you don't wear and stuff like that. I'm like always doing that. Obviously, I'm not throwing it out, I'm donating it. But that's something that I always do. I totally have like brain fog right now. I can't think of like what all of the things were. I don't really hold on to sentimental things. That's not, I mean, I guess like that's not necessarily a minimalist thing, but for me it is. I just don't like a lot of stuff that I was gonna say that doesn't bring me joy, and I don't want to sound like an asshole and say that like sentimental things don't bring me joy, but it depends on what it is, and I really don't think I attach feelings to stuff a lot of the time. Or at least I try not to. By the way, you see my new broken pieces? My little broken friends? trying to grow these guys back out because they broke about a month ago and I'm just kind of babying them. But anyways, I'd like to do a series that's not like a set schedule for this or anything, but I'd like to do some minimalist videos and kind of do some like, kind of tag it into like my organizing and decluttering and like cleaning videos and stuff. You guys really seem to like those. So I want to go in and clean out my closet again. I swear I do it every few months. I at least do it every season, and just kind of donate and get rid of stuff that just like I'm not wearing, doesn't bring me joy. I don't find myself grabbing. One of the hard parts for me with that is that I like to get stuff for videos and show you guys stuff in videos, and sometimes it just doesn't turn out that I end up actually wearing the stuff all the time. So a lot of times stuff just sits there and I need to get rid of it because it's just taking up space. I'm just going in and contouring my nose. So I've been thinking about doing like a social media detox type of thing. I've been trying to figure out how I want to do it just because I don't want to be off of social media completely as far as like work goes, and work for me is YouTube and Instagram and stuff like that. I still want to be posting just so that I can continue to run the business, especially because I've been so MIA at the beginning of this year. With that being said, I wasn't non-existent on social media during that time. I just wasn't posting. So I kind of want to flip-flop it where the only time I'm on social media is when I'm posting something or interacting with you guys. And I want to take away for at least, I don't know, I want to do it for like 30 days where I take away my feed, or I just want to take away all of the ability for me to just mindlessly scroll and constantly check my phone. I want to be off of it except for when I'm on Instagram stories or on YouTube or chatting with you guys, and kind of give myself like a lot of time to do that. Because I can tend to find myself just like, I'll go to reply to a comment or go to do some DMs, and then I go and I check my feed, and then I think, oh, well, what did that person do, or blah, blah, blah. And I just get sucked into it. Do you ever find yourself watching a movie and you're just on your phone while you're watching the movie and you almost didn't even watch the movie because you're so into your phone? That's so embarrassing to say, but I do that a lot. And I think that was like one of the things where I was like, I didn't even watch what I put on because I'm just so into my phone. It's so stupid. So I watched this video where this guy went social media free for a year, and like he just was off of it totally. And anybody that talks about it just says all of these positive things. They say how they actually appreciate moments even more just because there's nothing distracting them. It's just so interesting to me, and I want to try to figure out a way where I could take a break. And I don't even know if it would be a break. I kind of almost want it to be permanent, where, I mean, I'm still active doing work, but I'm not sucked into what everyone else is doing all the time and stuff. It's just like, what positivity does that bring me? Now, some people were telling me, because I was talking about this on Instagram, some people were saying like, well, you know, like there's lockdown in places, and that's where people go to community. Like, of course, if you don't feel like, I'm just talking about me and my experience. I'm not trying to put this on anybody else. But like, obviously, if you find a lot of joy in community online, obviously don't go off of it if that is like your point of connection with people. Yeah, obviously, like that shouldn't even have to be said. But for me, like, just always going on and just kind of, I just find it as a big time waster. And I would love to fill my time with other things. And I just think about, or at least last year, I found myself a lot of times being like, well, I don't have time for that. And not even just last year, all of the years, I just feel like I never have enough time to accomplish what I want to accomplish. I feel so stressed and overwhelmed and all this stuff. And why? There's no reason to be stressed about that stuff. Like, just, at least that's where my mindset is now. You know, I just feel like I can just actually see things for what they are right now and not get so caught up in it and stressed about it. And it's like, sometimes I just like wouldn't even try things because I would talk myself out of it, or I would be the obstacle. I would stand in my own way of doing what I wanted to do. And so I'm just not doing that anymore. And I feel like this whole social media thing, while while it can be good for connections and stuff like that, I can also see how it can easily be a time waster for some, especially myself, and a distraction, and kind of keeping you from, at least for me, like I can get sucked into the work side of it too. And I think having like an allotted time of like, okay, you're gonna spend an hour, even if I gave myself 2 hours to work on social media, and then I could use the rest of the time for other parts of my job, I just feel like that would make so much more sense. And I can also use some time to like read a frickin' book, which I'm probably not going to read it. I've listened to an audiobook, but just doing things to better myself, and not putting so much priority on social media. I just think that would be really good for my mind, body, and soul. And I've just been thinking about it a lot lately, and I think it would be a really good idea. And I've taken small steps towards that just to kind of play with the idea and see what's going to work the best for me, but we'll see. If that's something that interests you, let me know down below, because I was kind of thinking it could be fun that if we do it together, but I don't know I don't know how to, like, here's what my thought process was. I was thinking that like we could group together and do it for those of you guys that are interested, but then have like a social group where we like a Facebook group or something like that where we could like talk to each other. But then I was like, that kind of defeats the purpose. So I don't know. Let me know your thoughts, or if you have any ideas on how to do it. Like for me, I was actually thinking of just like unfollowing everyone on Instagram, and that way I wouldn't be drawn into looking at everybody's stuff all the time. And I've definitely gotten better at comparing myself. I feel like I don't really do it that much anymore. I'm going in with the highlighter. I obviously will from time to time compare myself to someone else, but I would say over the last year, I've gotten a lot better at not. Yeah, so I just feel very free from the comparison, but I just honestly think it's just like the nosiness. It's like, why do I care so much about what someone is doing or eating or saying on the internet? And in a way, I'm almost nervous to say this because that is my job, is you guys being interested in what I say. But at the same time, I almost want to encourage you to back away from me, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know if I'm even saying this right, but just to live your life. I guess I'm just saying, like, for me, I want to live my life and not live through other people on the internet, which I find myself just like being so sucked into my phone and scrolling, but like my life is happening right then in that moment, and I'm deciding to see what other people are doing on the internet. You know what I mean? I just feel like I talked about that for like 15 minutes, but I hope it makes sense. Now I'm gonna go into my blush. Let's see here. I've got the Pillow Talk blush. Woo! And then I have the Intense Pillow Talk blush, which is a little bit deeper. I think I'm just going to go in with the regular one. I might tap a little bit of this one in there and just add a little bit of pinky rosiness. I'm going to do my brows, and hopefully I can talk and do my brows at the same time. I'm going to use the Benefit number 3 Precisely My Brow Pencil. I would say for a good part of last year and even years prior, I would wake up and I do like a morning routine with my dog. So take her out, feed her, and I would make coffee, all this kind of stuff. But then after that, like my first thing that I would do is go on my phone. And I just want to break that habit. I just feel like I never had like a morning routine that was for myself. It was like I would just automatically start working at like 7 in the morning. And I don't know, I just think like it's no one's fault but my own. And I think it would be smart to develop some better habits, especially in the morning, like working out or reading a book, even stretching and like doing yoga or something. I just always want to be that bitch that like wakes up early AF and like has a little stretching meditation morning routine. Last year I tried to like journal. I've just learned that journaling is just not for me. I can't do it. I don't know what it is about it. I hate writing. I just don't like it. I don't like putting my feelings out there. I feel like I can sort them in my head, and maybe I'm talking nonsense, but I've tried journaling so many times. It's just not for me, and I can never get through it. Although I do know that that is a great thing for a lot of people. And a lot of people find joy in that. So I think taking away, like having a feed where I can constantly scroll and constantly check my phone, and if I only go out and check my DMs once a day or twice a day for X amount of time, it will, I think, give me a lot more time throughout the day to do other things. You know what I mean? I'm just thinking it would be a really good idea. And then too, when I am chatting and doing comments and messages and stuff, I'm more present in the moment, because a lot of times I'll open my phone and I'll open up a DM or a message and it's like a really long ass message and I'm in the middle of something and I shouldn't have even opened it up at that time because I'm in the middle of something. So then I'll quickly reply and I just feel like I could have given more of myself to that person. You know what I mean? So just kind of like more strategically and thoughtfully using my time, if that makes sense. That's a goal of mine. Okay, so I just filled in my other brow and I primed my eyes with the Painterly Paint Pot from MAC. And now I'm gonna go into the Pillow Talk Instant Eyeshadow Palette. Looks like this. And I'm just gonna do just like a really romantic, kind of like rosy look. I think that this look would be perfect for Valentine's Day. I've gotten a lot of Valentine's Day tutorial requests, so if you're looking for like a romantic, rosy Valentine's Day look, this would be beautiful for that. Take this color here, in this matte color here in the day. I'm gonna take this here in the outer lid area and work it into the crease. I took a little bit of this center shade from Dusk and just kind of haloed it around just to add a little bit of pinkiness. I'm now gonna go into these two shades, this one here and this one here, mix them together and pop this on the outer corner. Also adds a little bit of warmth. I'm gonna use my face highlighter from the Filmstar Bronze and Glow palette. Highlight the inner corners of my eyes and my brow bone. I'm gonna hit it up here with my finger. Okay, and now I'm gonna go into this eyeliner from the Pillow Talk collection. It is in the color Pillow Talk, I guess. It's kind of like this deep purple color. And I'm just gonna run this along the upper lashes, like on the outer part, and just smudge that around. Okay, and then I'm gonna go into this new product I got at the end of December, but I was already done like filming all of my like Christmas holiday tutorials and I hadn't had a chance to show it to you, but I love this. This is actually what I wore on Christmas Eve. It's so beautiful. It's like a pressed pigment and it's in the Pillow Talk color, and I just think it's such beautiful packaging. And then this is what the inside looks like. It's just this pressed pigment here. So I've just been putting it on with my finger. So I'm just gonna take this here, and looks like this on my finger in case you're curious, but it goes on a little bit more sheer. So I'm just gonna push this in on the lid and then just kind of swipe it. And it gives kind of like this ballet pink color with all of this glitter and sparkle. It's so pretty. Beautiful. I just love that. That's so freaking pretty. It's so romantic. Just love it. Okay. Then I'm gonna go in with the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Push Up Lashes. Looks like this. And just coat my lashes. Oh my gosh, it's been so long since I've worn mascara. So my mascara is on, and now for my lips, I have two different lip liners from Charlotte Tilbury. I've got Iconic Nude and Pillow Talk the regular. They have different shades of Pillow Talk depending on your skin tone and the tone that you're wanting the nude to be. So this is just the original one, which works the best for me when I want more of just that like lighter pinky nude on myself. And then the Iconic Nude is kind of a little bit darker. So I think I'm actually gonna start with the Iconic Nude and just line and overline my lips. Going in with a little bit of Pillow Talk. And then for my lips, ooh, let's see here. I'm gonna go into Bitch Perfect, which is kind of like this lighter peachy color. And just pop this over the center. I'm also going to go in with this color, which is called JK Magic. I don't know if they still have this color or if it was a limited edition one, but I'm going to go in with this on the edges. Okay, all right. So this is the final look up close. I think it's so pretty. That lid sparkle thing, the Pillow Talk one, is just so beautiful. And I just think this is such a good romantic Valentine's Day look, or even just for every day. I just think this is so pretty. I love all of the rosy tones. And I'm about to go take it off and go to bed. But that's it, you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you guys are excited to have a nice, fresh new year. Let me know what sort of things you want to see from me this year. It could be makeup related. It could not be makeup related. Just let me know. I asked you guys on Instagram, and I actually got a lot of like organizing requests and stuff relating to like minimalism and stuff. So, and also, oh my gosh, so many keto and carnivore requests. So yeah, let me know what you guys want to see from me down below, and make sure to check out all of the links that I provide down below in the description box. I'll also include a link to my new Instagram page, Burritovore, so you can check out some food stuff if that's what you're into. But that's it, you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today, and I will see you very soon. Bye.